The main antagonist of the Mario franchise, Bowser, made his introduction in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Bowser was a bottom tier character competitively, almost in every iteration of the character, as it's really hard for a slow heavyweight character to be good in Melee's competitive environment of fast and actualized characters. Bowser has a few nice niche things that he can do in Melee, like up B out of shield for example, but he is still a bad character all around. In Brawl, things didn't really change, as he landed in the F tier on Brawl's final tier list, still ended up being another low tier character. In Project M, things didn't really change for Bowser. Bowser is one of the worst characters in Project M's final tier list for 3.6. However, the worst character in Project M doesn't mean he is completely unviable. Most people would say Bowser in this stage of Project M would be as good as a Melee Ganondorf in relation to the given tier list, meaning the gap between the worst and the best characters in Project M isn't nearly as far away as it is in Melee. Ironically, every single Smash Bros. Game, Bowser has been given the short end of the stick every single time. That changed in Project Plus, however. He's been buffed tremendously, and you might think I'm just saying that, like, he just says that all the time. No, Bowser is like to the point of capable of winning major tournaments now. That's how good Bowser is. So he literally went from one of the worst characters in the game to now being a pretty viable character. Some people would speculate that Bowser was just simply very underrated previously, and now the amount of buffs are kind of too much, but personally, I don't think we're going to see everyone maining Bowser because he isn't broken. He's just, not many people have used him before, and a lot of people probably aren't used to fighting Bowser at all, especially this Project Plus version of the character. This simply goes without saying. The biggest change that Bowser received in Project Plus is now he has a projectile. He has a fireball. It charges up similar to Wario's down B, so it takes roughly 10 seconds until you can use your fireball, but once you use it, you'll have to wait and then it'll have to recharge again. If you lose a stock, you lose the fireball, so it's not tremendously broken. It's just like a really good tool that now Bowser has access to that he's never had access to before. One of the biggest changes during the move to Brawl and Melee to Project M is Bowser's character model size has been slightly increased. And the biggest buff to the character of all is the amount of super armor and just general armor he has on his moves. He now has armor when performing things like charged smash attacks that can allow him to still attack his opponent even if they're hit with like a projectile or something. That is one of the biggest issues to his character this time around, as Bowser is much better at absorbing attacks and attacking back. His smash attacks are incredibly strong, but very rewarding when you actually link them together. Especially his forward smash, which can kill really early, and Bowser also has a crouch that can approach projectile users at low percents, because if you crouch with Bowser and you walk, he actually has armor. Another big change Bowser has is his Cooper Claw side B now has new properties to the move. It's similar to the Melee iteration of the move. So for example, you can grab somebody with it and throw them back, throw them in place, but in Project Plus you can actually spike somebody, meteor spike your opponent with this move. It's crazy good. It's really good off stage. It again makes Bowser like even more of a scary character to play against. Bowser is a very rewarding character combined with his damage output of being a heavyweight character. However, he is still a big character, and he's most likely going to be combo food for a majority of the cast in Project M, and that's just mainly because of how big of a character he is. His aerials have been changed to be much faster and have much less startup. Things like his forward air are incredibly strong and great combo tools for Bowser, and his grabs aren't amazing, as if he misses a grab it can lead to Bowser getting punished, but Bowser still has things like, again, like I said earlier, the Koopa Claw, which again can grab through shielding opponents. Bowser previously had one of the longest jump squat animations in Project M. It was a big nerf to his overall movement capabilities, but it's actually been buffed in Project Plus compared to its version in Project M 3.6. Bowser has exclusive tech, for example his classic up B out of shield. which has been a staple to his character. He has his down B jump cancel, which can cancel his momentum from down B to use, for example, an aerial afterwards. His up air is actually incredibly strong. It's actually stronger than Fox's up air, so it's very rewarding if you connect with it. His get up attacks should also be noted if you're a Bowser main, because they're actually really strong. If you're under 100%, he has a different get up attack when he's over 100%. His get up attack when he's under 100% is like incredibly good. So if you're at the ledge, you can use this like get up attack where he like swings up and then he swings back really quickly. It's really, really good. It can like take up a majority of the stage. Who would have thought Bowser would have this good of a get up attack? I think it's one of the best in the game. I don't want to say it absolutely is, but I think it's like one of the best. But if Bowser is over 100%, it becomes a much slower get up attack, so you don't want to really use it when it's above 100% because he's really vulnerable at that point. But yeah, Bowser has like crazy good ledge options. You'll see a lot of like Bowser mains, if they're getting desperate, they'll like camp the ledge because they have a lot of good ledge options to try to camp players out. It should also be noted that Bowser's Nair is his only aerial that has armor on it, and it makes Bowser be able to space the move effectively, considering the other aerials he has doesn't have the same amount of armor. Bowser is a very slow but rewarding character if used correctly. Due to his incredibly hard-hitting moves and strong options that he has, I'm not going to sit here and say Bowser is the best character in the game now in Project Plus. I don't think everyone is going to pick up Bowser and main Bowser. I don't think so. But Bowser is definitely much better than any other iteration of the character. I would simply safely put him maybe in like the B-C tier right now, because he has won tournaments. Like, you can't really say he's not good enough to win a tournament. So I would honestly put him in like the B-C tier. And honestly, like, I think Bowser could appear a lot more in bracket as time goes on. I don't think he's going to be like super common where we're seeing Bowser versus Bowser and it's like a regular thing, but he's definitely like a character that people have slept on in the past and now is like on a big come up. So if you guys are interested in a character like that, you like a very rewarding character, hard hitting character. He's very slow, don't get me wrong, you're going to get comboed. You know, things are going to be a little bit tougher in some areas, but really rewarding to play. So that's really all I gotta say in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a good day. Peace out.